Hey everybody, welcome back to Darvanalee Designs Studio. For those that don't know, my name's Nicole Reed and today we are here for my Stitch With Me. We're working on Snow Village, so let's get started. Good morning or good evening everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for taking some time out of your day and spending it with me while I prattle on and do a little bit of cross stitching. As you can see, we are working on Snow Village. We are currently working on the Snow Boutique, and we are going to get some more stuff done around the window today. So how has everybody been? It is a lovely weather here today. It is raining. I am so happy that it's raining. That means that, you know, we can cool down a little bit. We've had such a hot week. And yeah, it's just been excruciatingly painful to be existing at the moment, but it's so nice. We've got a nice break in the weather, and yeah, so I'm looking forward to just being able to cool down. I've put all the plants out in the garden as well, so they can get a nice little bit of rain. So yeah, it is a lovely weather right now. I'm so glad that it's like this. I'm feeling a lot better. I've had a lot of people ask me how I've been feeling after having COVID and all that sort of stuff. I'm feeling so much better, I must admit. So yeah, hopefully I can get back to filming. My voice is still a little bit croaky for tutorials and stuff like that, so I will endeavour to get them done and get them up ASAP. So yeah, I've just been doing a lot of, for Patreon, a lot of behind the scenes stuff and everything that was already filmed, and just getting that edited and stuff like that. We've done our live streams and stuff. They've gone relatively well. We have worked out the audio issue for live streams, so we'll be able to have our overhead camera back again. The test will be on Saturday when I do another slow stitching Saturday. Do apologise, my neighbour is just heading out, so it might be a little bit noisy. His car is a little bit noisy at times, but he's usually pretty good, and that's because he knows that I film here. So right now I am currently doing reading sprints over on my booktube channel. They are live and I'm filming this during the sprints, so I'm being extra productive. So yeah, and they're good to get stuff done. It keeps me company, and I get to hang out with all my bookish friends online every Monday and Friday. And some of you may have already seen that on this channel, because normally I stream to here as well. So yeah, so that'll come back in December, no doubt, because at the moment we're doing a readathon, so it is all about books. There's no real talking of craft or anything like that, unless of course it's just me and Neva. Because we do diamonds and books on Friday, and that gets generally gets streamed over to the craft channels. So yeah, but I'm so excited to be back to stitching on Snow Village. It's a lot of fun seeing it again, and I got a great response last week when it made an appearance. Everybody was very excited to see it back. I am also getting back into the swing of stitching for challenge groups. I'm doing a daily 30 and a Harry Potter group right now. So I'm hoping that I will have lots of little projects to show you that have got some love into them and whatnot. I think I mentioned this the other day. I do have the my bag sorted out for a whip parade. I'm pretty sure I might have mentioned it on my diamond painting actually. So yeah, so that is all ready to go. Once I've got to go and pick up Mia on Wednesday, so that's exciting. She's going to be here for 3 weeks. I thought it was 2 weeks, but it's actually 3 weeks. So yeah, so she'll be here for 3 weeks, and she's already promised me that she's not going to interfere with my work. So I said to her that I'll work each morning. So I'm going to get up earlier because she's up anyway. Have breakfast with her. She likes to have eggs and stuff like that. So I'll get up and cook her breakfast and stuff. And then I'll come out and start my day. And if I get up at 5:30, 6 o'clock, you know, or even 7 o'clock, I can still get a lot done in 5 hours. And Brendan's going to take her in the truck, he said, on the days that I'm on my days that I'm sprinting. So that way, but as he said too, she'll be happy just to cruise, and she's getting a lot better. So if I'm talking, she won't come out like she stops like the girls do. They'll stand over to the side and just wait until I'm finished, or I'll give them hand signals of how long before I go to a sprint, and then they'll just duck off and all that sort of stuff. So yeah. So super exciting that she's coming up. Her mum's already gone to one of the galas, which was the other night, and she had a shoe blowout right as she was getting in the Uber to go home. So that was okay. Like, at least it wasn't during the night. And excuse me, I'm just having a sip of my cuppa because I've got to keep my voice going. Funny enough, though, I didn't lose my voice this time, which was great. But anyway, yeah, so she had a blowout as she was getting into the Uber, and I said, well, at least it was as you were going home and not at the beginning of the night. I've had that happen where it's been at the beginning of the night, and I've quickly had to go and, you know, do something, work out what I can do and all that sort of stuff, or scoot back home and get a different pair of shoes. So she's got another gala this week, but she's busy working, so she's asked me if I've got a pair of shoes here, and luckily I do, but she's not sure if they're going to work or not because... Are you going to come out? Yeah, there we go. Because they're a bit squared at the front. All right, that was a bit of a mischief, wasn't it? I bumped the thing and it fell, so I've just tightened everything up, so it shouldn't fall now. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I've got a pair of shoes here that she might be able to get, and a friend has also got a pair, so she'll have a couple of choices to choose from. Let me just move that out of the way because that's annoying. Yeah, that was a bit of a jump start, wasn't it? To scare you all, because it scared me. We've got a lovely needle minder here from Wombat Hollow Crafts, Monty's Minders. Gail does some lovely needle minders. She sent up a heap to me last year for Christmas, and they were absolutely gorgeous. Had a lot of fun opening them. That was awesome, and whatnot. So we are in Gail and I are actually doing a bit of a collab at the moment. We are getting ready to, we're in the midst of organising a sale for 2024. And it is, you would have seen it on Gail's channel the other day, and it is the flag sale. And we have been in contact with the designer, and we asked her if she can do a couple of other flags, so it's a little bit more, you know, global, so to speak. So yeah, so we're just waiting to hear back from the designer, and yeah, we'll have details coming very soon. We're super excited. It'll be a couple of months before it starts, so it'll be starting towards the end of January. So yeah, and we've also got the we've just got to get some details and stuff in place. So once we've got all the nitty-gritties in place, and we've got the information from the designer and everything like that, we'll do a formal announcement, and then that way you can come and join in the fun of a sale with us. It's a beautiful design, and absolutely love it. Absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, so we're excited about it. We had a formal meeting yesterday, and I just hashed out some details on what is going to be on offer, and things like that, and when we're going to announce it, and what activities are going to happen, when the event's going to go up, and it's also going to be an event in our Facebook group as well. So if and obviously we'll also have it over on Instagram, and there'll be an official hashtag. We'll have all the things happening with it, so hopefully some of you will be able to join us, and so keep an eye out for that. We've got, as I said, we're just waiting to hear back from the designer whether it's a yay or nay on a couple of questions we had, and whether she can do those extra things for us. And yeah, once we hear back from the designer, we will definitely be able to give you more information. And of course, We do have our summer sale happening at the moment, and you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to do the event. So I'm going to be doing that up a little bit later today, so that by the time you've seen this video, this will information will be up in the Facebook group and ready to go. So yeah. Now I'll go around again. It's like going around and around the mulberry bush, isn't it, really? Oh, dear me. I've got people rigging me left, right, and centre. And, you know, like my husband spins me out. I say to him every week, every Sunday night, I'm filming in the morning. I've got sprints in the morning. I'll call you around lunchtime. And every week he will call me right when I start filming or right when I start sprinting. So yeah, hopefully that's not moving around too much for you. I do apologise if it is, but I'm just filming in a different spot today because it's easier to film down here than trying to move everything and because I've got lights and everything set up for sprints. So yeah, and I've got all my waist knots sitting there, so I'll get rid of all them soon. And that. I love that I'm working on this again. I actually did really miss it, working on it, so I'm glad that it's back out. Oh, you know what? It's so weird. Like, it starts raining, and it's like an instant relief for your body. Your body just goes, like, just takes a sigh of relief. I find it very interesting that is what happens. I'm just got a bit of floss under here. That is, did that get rid of it? Yeah, there it is. There we go. All right, it must have been a little tail that I didn't weave back through. Let me get my needle to go back down. There we go. All right, that should be better now. Yes, it is. It's not in the way. It was just a little tail under there that was in the way. So yeah, so it's just like my whole body is just taken I went and checked on the new seedlings that I put in the other day in the garden, and they are loving the rain. They're all standing up and they're all looking really healthy, which is great. Look, there it is. There's that tail. It's a bit longer than a tail. Obviously, I didn't weave something through. There we go. But that's all covered now by this thread that I'm using now. So today's book that I'm going to be reading is Wheel of Time book 11. I'm starting that, and Hunt the Stars for the readathon. So they're the two books that I won't be reading all of A Wheel of Time, but I'll be doing about 100 pages. But I've got to do some filming and stuff first before I can listen to that, because I can't listen to it and film and talk at the same time, because that's just too confusing. So yeah, so basically I'll do this, and I've got some other filming to do. I've got to get down to the post office at some stage today to get some envelopes and all that sort of stuff, and yeah, and then later today I'll be making up some project bags, because I've got 2 more to make for the Patreons and get them out. Now, if you are interested in the bag of the month, that is the top tier in our Patreon, and basically you get a handmade a project bag each month, plus all the other extra content as well, and that is shipped to your door for that price. Okay, so there's no extra for postage or anything like that. The price is all inclusive, and so basically that means you get a project bag, and in that project bag you get a small gift. So in the past we've had like scissor fobs, we've had notebooks, we've had things like that. So most of the time it is related to cross stitch and all that sort of stuff. So there'll be all different things that you get in as a little gift. You get a sweet treat, and then you also get something to drink. It is a tea. And so yeah, so if you're interested in that, head on over to our Patreon. It's all linked up down below, and you will be able to see all the information there. And if you have any questions, you can always email me at askme.dds@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. And so basically that gets sent out on the 25th of each month. So yeah, and it's limited spots too. Yeah, so you get a handmade bag delivered to your door, and it's open globally. Okay, so it's not just limited to Australia. I ship globally, which is great. And we have a couple of international people that get it as well. So basically, yeah, if you're interested in that, as I said, head over to Patreon. It'll be all the information's over there. Now, of course, if you can't do that one, we've got other tiers there that get you lots of different stuff. We've got, at the moment, we've got a block of the month happening. We've got live streams where I do live tutorials. Right now we're doing a Tree of Life where we've also got bag and purses and wallets and all that sort of stuff that get made over there as well. We just recently had the Nikki crossbody bag that I've had designed for a while, and it had already been made up into somewhat of a pattern, but there was elements missing from it, so I decided to release it as a video tutorial instead. So yeah, that's over there as well. There's lots of different things. Now, when you join, and of course, we've got our lowest tier, which is $5 US a month, and that gets you 8 issues of Down the Rabbit Hole magazine and behind the scenes content. And every tier gets the Down the Rabbit Hole magazine and behind the scenes content along with other stuff as well. We also have Zoom meetups, and you know, this month we've got a bonus cross stitch pattern going in there from the Christmas magazine. I'm doing up, because not everybody uses the word Merry Christmas. Some people say Happy Holidays, and all that sort of stuff. So we've got a couple bonus chart going in there for you, for all tiers as well. So it's super exciting to be over there. You get lots of little goodies and that you don't get over here. And of course, you know, you still get all your free content here as well. So yeah, and that being a Patreon, even on the lowest tier, it all helps. It all helps the channel grow. It helps with getting you know, extra equipment that I might need. Like at the moment, I'm in desperate need of a couple of more studio lights, so I'll be able to get them. I just recently bought a new mic, which is great for the live streams and all that sort of stuff. That benefits both the Patreon and also the YouTube channel. Now that we've worked it out, it took a bit, but I think we got it. We had a trial run yesterday with it, and everybody was really happy with how it went. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with it as well. So it took a bit, but we got there in the end, as they say. Perseverance. So yeah, so now we'll have the overhead camera and all that sort of stuff happening as well. So, and it didn't echo or anything or cut out or anything like that. So yeah, that is a lot. I'm telling you now, that is a load off my shoulders. And everybody, I met up with a lot of people in Zoom last night, and because the Facebook group has a Zoom room attached to the group, so you can stitch together or work on whatever you want to work on together. And yeah, so it's quite a good little group happening over there. We've got lots of little, you know, birthday sales, celebrating each other's birthdays and stuff like that, so you can go and check that out. And all the information is in our Facebook group, but please be aware there are some rules and stipulations of using the room, so you just need to make sure that I don't know why I just did that, but anyway, I'm going to rethread that needle because I still need to use that thread for up here. So yeah, so there is a post there that has all the rules to keep it a nice and safe place for people to you know, to hang out and get to know one another and all that sort of stuff. It's about building community, and yeah, and you just never know who you might meet in that Zoom room. So we have a couple of floss tubers that go in there and whatnot, so you just never know who's going to be in there stitching along with you. So yeah, it might be something you want to check out. All right, I just need to move this up a little bit. Sorry about that. All right, now I can get under there. You can see that okay. Yep. Couldn't get my hand under there because it's, as I said, different spot. So Makes it a little bit difficult. And I'm also right on the edge, so I've got the bar under here that I keep hitting as well. Not with the needle, just with my hand. So yeah, so that's something that we have happening in our Facebook group. So what has been happening behind the scenes? Well, Savannah has been busily crafting away. We have a new segment in the Patreon that'll be starting this week called Savannah's Crafty Corner. And where she shares the things that she's made. Like, that won't be every week, but just when she's made stuff. But she's really getting into the craft right now, which is great. So hopefully we get a couple of posts from her over the next couple of weeks of what she's working on. She's not the best at taking pictures, but it is what it is. So yeah. And Nerily has just been busy working about everything with work and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's just been pretty just business as usual in the background. Brendan is building a great wall. He's doing a retaining wall over at the workshop, so he's got most of that finished now. He's got a busy week this week, and it's raining, so he's hoping that everything will settle and then he can have another look at it at the end of the week. But we're supposed to have rain for 7 days, which is great. I'm looking forward to every moment of it because it's not cold rain either, which is great. It's just, it's just refreshing rain. All right. Coming together now. Other than that, not a lot has been happening. I've just been busy in the background trying to get things done, keep on top of everything. Having that pretty much 2 weeks off after the retreat has not been deemed very productive at all, so I'm playing a little bit of catch up right now. And that I might actually just stop that one and just go, because it's getting a little bit harder to get to that and the angle that I'm at. So what I might do is load up the needle with the next color, which happens to be, I think it's called Holly Jolly. Yes, is it? Yep. Yes, it's called Holly Jolly. And yeah, so I'm going to do some of the door down here. So again, excuse me, I'm just going to adjust. And I can finish that red off a bit later. So Holly Jolly is a green colour. Be sure this is Holly Jolly. Just want to check that. There's my little thing here. Because it doesn't have a label on it. Let me just have a look. Do I have any? Oh, yes, it is Holly Jolly. Yep. Cool. All right. I do have the right colour. So we've got a green door on this one. Yep. So this is the colour here. You can see this little bird's nest happening here. It's come off, and yeah, not very productive on that at all. So yeah. I will probably put a few extra stitches into this today after the stream, after I film it, because I'm going to use it as a prompt for the for one of the challenge groups. Just shorten that, pull that through that. I don't have to reach my arm. Now this is a fancy floss, so I'm actually doing one cross at a time with this one because it gives a nicer variegation, and it's for the door, so it's another reason as well. I'm going to spend probably about 30 minutes with you today, so if I didn't say that before, it won't be a super long video today because I do have a lot to fit in. And yeah, But this one will be finished before we know it. Like, it's not going to take long at all. So, but as I was saying, I am going to use this piece as a challenge piece because I've stitched on it today. And I need to put 200 stitches or 300. So I've got a choice of 200 or 300 stitches for the daily 30. So I'm going to work a little bit on this later on after I've done my other things that I need to do. And then, yeah, then I'll be able to count all the stitches that I've done because I know what I've done from the video. And yeah, I'll get a few bits in. So I'll probably have the door finished next time you see this. Yeah, see how we go. Might even be finished altogether. So yeah, we'll see how we go. I like the daily 32 because it gives you the option of stitches or time. Like they have a 2 or 3 hour time as well attached to it because they work it out to be around about 100 stitches for each one, for each hour. So it's a good one. Like if you just put your timer on, you just stitch for 2 hours and you still get the equivalent. You don't have to necessarily count stitches for that one. So I know that right now when I've finished this, I'll have stitched for however long. And then I can just set my timer and do the rest of it. And that's what I really like about it, the daily 30. Because then the daily 32 is you do 30 minutes. So you're already in that mindset of time and all the rest of it. And most challenge groups do like say that most people stitch about 100 stitches an hour. I do actually stitch a little bit more. So sometimes I will prefer, like especially when you've got block colors like this, I can stitch a bit quicker. So I just find it a lot easier to yeah, just to count my stitches then, and because you're just doing a block, so it's pretty easy to work out what you've done and all that sort of stuff. And I just write on my chart and pencil the number of stitches and the date and all that sort of stuff, and then I have a backup copy in my notes on my phone, and then I can add it all to the group. But I generally, if I stitch on something for a prompt, I will add it straight away. I don't hold off until the end of the week or anything like that, because inadvertently I'll delete photos and stuff like that. And a lot of time you've got to take photos with it. But I'm enjoying it so far. Enjoying getting back into stitching and all of that sort of stuff. It's been a lot of fun. I didn't realize how much I had been missing it. But I wasn't in the mood, you know, like, I don't know, just this year's just been a bit hit and miss for me. Going to the retreat really spurred me on, and getting that beautiful floss for crosswords also spurred me on as well. So that's I think that's really helped me to get my stitching mojo back. So hopefully it'll stick around, and I'm pretty excited for all the stuff that I've pulled out, because a lot of them I haven't put stitches into for a while, so it's quite exciting. Like I've got my samplers there and all that sort of stuff. And basically, I think I might just, like, I've got Sampler September set up, and I've got my birthday stitch in there. So obviously I won't stitch on those. And I'm going to try and get stitches every week into Red Dragon, because I need to move that along a little bit as well. So that will be getting stitched every week. So you'll get to see a lot of progress on that as well, which will be good. And yeah, so I'm pretty happy about my little plans that I've got. And I've got a couple of sales that I'm going to be doing, and yeah, it's just exciting stuff. I'm excited. Got a couple of new starts as well that are in there. Like I need new starts like a hole in the head, but hey, when in Rome. Yeah, and I like to do sales and stuff like that. So I'm not the most proficient at doing sales. I do often end up behind and whatnot, but yeah, I'm looking forward to doing the one that Gail and I are doing together, which I'm pretty excited about. And it's our first ever collab together as well, which is good. Like I've done sales with Gail before, but I've not been, you know, part of organising it and stuff like that, like an actual collab. Not a kebab. That was funny. Slip of the tongue. Maybe I want a kebab for lunch. Ooh, that'd be good. All right, I am getting close to the end of my sprint. I think I've got about a minute to go, so I'm going to wrap up here so I can move all this out of the way. But I'd just like to say thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate you being here. I hope that you enjoyed stitching along with me this morning, and if you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button and turn the notifications onto all notifications. Go and check out my Patreon if you haven't already checked that out and see what we've got to offer. But that is it for me today. Have a wonderfully crafty day, everybody, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.